In 2012, Marvel Studios released the movie The Avengers, a culmination of their previous films featuring iconic superheroes such as Iron Man and Captain America. This movie went on to open with $207 million. It broke box office records and grossed over $1.5 billion worldwide. So yeah, this movie was massive, and obviously it really helped kick the MCU into fifth gear. Join me as I look into this historical cinematic event and how its use of themes like teamwork and trust shaped how the Avengers were depicted in their first ever film. Welcome back to the watch list. Finally, we're at the end of phase 1. This has gone quite fast actually. I think I'll review a different movie or franchise before I move on to phase 2. I don't want the channel to just revolve around Marvel, so if you've got any suggestions, I'll take them into account. Anyway, The Avengers, directed and written by Joss Whedon, previously known for his work in producing shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Firefly, which I actually watched for the first time not too long ago, and it really was great. That's definitely a show I'd recommend. He does a great job in juggling all of these characters and having them cross paths in a satisfying way. The film is also excellently paced as it gives each character their time to shine. So the movie follows your average 3-tier structure. Act 1 begins with Loki stealing the Tesseract from S.H.I.E.L.D. and sets up his rise as the main villain. Nick Fury then works to assemble the team, introducing different heroes and establishing their individual personalities and conflicts. Act 2 focuses on the team's internal struggles and disagreements while on board the helicarrier. The heroes begin to overcome their differences as they learn to work together, especially after Loki's attack causes the death of Agent Coulson. Act 3 culminates in the Battle of New York, where the now united Avengers work as a team to stop Loki and the Chitauri invasion. This final act does a great job in showcasing each hero's abilities and some interesting choreography. The production itself took several months of filming, mostly in New Mexico and Cleveland, with extensive post-production work for the visual effects. The action sequences in The Avengers are well crafted as the film's visual artists combine practical effects with CGI, similar to the rest of the Phase 1 movies. This can be quite evident in scenes featuring the Hulk and the alien Chitauri army. Each major action set piece is distinct and memorable, from the forest fight between Thor, Iron Man and Captain America to the attack on the helicarrier. The standout is undoubtedly the Battle of New York, which lasts nearly 30 minutes and uses dynamic camera work, following the heroes as they fight together throughout the city. Whedon's direction stands out in how he frames these sequences, using wide shots to show scale and following shots to maintain the focus on the action. The film's colour palette is vibrant and comic book inspired. Particularly impressive is the film's ability to handle multiple heroes in single shots, creating iconic moments like the circular shot of the team assembling in New York. The visual effects hold up incredibly well, especially the transitions between practical and digital elements during the Iron Man suit-up sequences. The film features an incredible cast that brings Marvel's iconic heroes to life. Robert Downey Jr. returns as Tony Stark, Iron Man, bringing his signature wit and charisma. Chris Evans continues to embody the noble spirit of Steve Rogers, Captain America, while Chris Hemsworth captures Thor's godly physique and humility. One massive change to the Phase 1 characters was Mark Ruffalo's debut as Bruce Banner, the Hulk, offering a fresh take on the character's internal struggle. Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner round out the team as Black Widow and Hawkeye, proving that even heroes without superpowers can hold their own. Tom Hiddleston's Loki serves as a gripping antagonist, whose motivations and theatrical presence really drives the conflict between him and the Avengers. The supporting cast includes Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson, and Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill, who help ground the story in a more realistic way. What makes the cast work so well is their chemistry together. The interactions between characters feels natural, whether they're fighting alongside each other or butting heads. Each actor brings something unique to the role while still maintaining their comic book characteristic. The Avengers serves as the culmination of Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, tying together plot threads and character arcs from previous films. The Tesseract, first introduced in Captain America the First Avenger, becomes central to the plot. Tony Stark's relationship with S.H.I.E.L.D., established in Iron Man 2, continues to develop. The film also plants seeds for future MCU installments. The post-credit scene introduces Thanos, setting up the larger cosmic threat that would eventually culminate in Infinity War and Endgame. Loki's character development here significantly influences his future in later Thor films and his own series. References to previous films are seamlessly integrated, from Captain America's adjustment to modern times, to Thor's complicated relationship with his brother. Some of the trivia for this movie is actually quite interesting, and some of it I didn't even know. The famous shawarma scene in the post-credits was filmed after the movie's premiere. Robert Downey Jr. suggested the idea and the cast reconvened to shoot it. The original script had Loki controlling the Hulk instead of Hawkeye, but this was changed during development to give Hawkeye a more significant role in the story. The film's iconic 360-degree shot of the team assembling during the Battle of New York took several weeks to plan and execute, combining both practical and visual effects. The film's massive battle sequences required extensive visual effects work, with over 2,200 VFX shots completed for the film. More than Iron Man 1 and 2, Thor, and Captain America the First Avenger combined. The movie's success led to Disney paying significant bonuses to the cast, with Robert Downey Jr. reportedly earning over $50 million for the role. For my rating of the Avengers, it deserved to be placed in the A tier alongside Captain America the First Avenger. I was going to put it higher, but the sequels like Infinity War topped the storytelling and the dynamic between characters. The fact that it set the standard for how team-up superhero movies should be executed and proved that the MCU's interconnected storytelling could work on a larger scale is some of the many reasons why the film is placed here. In conclusion, The Avengers stands as a landmark achievement in superhero filmmaking. It successfully brought together multiple franchise heroes into a structured, entertaining story. The movie's blend of spectacular action, character development, and humour proved that the ambitious crossover events could work on the big screen. Beyond its commercial success, the film's lasting impact on popular culture and the superhero genre can't be overstated. It demonstrated that comic book movies could be both critically and commercially successful while staying true to their source material. The Avengers not only concluded Phase 1 of the MCU perfectly, but also laid the groundwork for the franchise's future success.